Nestled on the coastline, Mornington, Victoria, seems the epitome of tranquility. With its sweeping views of the ocean, lined by golden beaches and lush green parks, Mornington is a portrait of peace. Here, the air is filled with the scent of salt and eucalyptus, and the days pass with a gentle, rhythmic ease. In this serene setting, the community is tightly knit, a place where neighbors know each other by name and children play freely under the watchful eyes of locals. The town square, bustling with cafes and small shops, is a hub of friendly chatter and laughter. It's a town that exemplifies the charm and calm of coastal living. But this idyllic landscape is more than just a backdrop for leisure and relaxation. It's the setting for a story that contrasts sharply with its peaceful surroundings. A story that reminds us that serenity is sometimes only surface deep. But beneath this calm surface, a chilling story is about to disrupt the quiet life of one local family. The Sharpes appeared to be a typical suburban family, living an ordinary life. In the heart of Mornington, Victoria, John Sharpe, his wife Anna Kemp, and their young daughter Gracie formed a picture that many would envy. John, a quiet man with a routine job, and Anna, a vibrant woman full of life, seemed to have carved out a peaceful existence together. Anna was not only a wife but also a devoted mother, heavily pregnant with their second child, embracing the challenges with a smile. Their daughter Gracie, despite being only 20 months old and facing health issues that could dampen any spirit, was the center of their world. Her laughter filled their home, a testament to Anna's unwavering support and love. But not everything was as serene as it seemed. While they dealt with the everyday ups and downs of family life, pressures were silently mounting. Yet, behind the closed doors of their home, a storm was brewing. March 2004 marked the beginning of an unimaginable nightmare. In the quaint town of Mornington, the facade of a content family was about to be shattered by the actions of one man, John Sharpe. John, a seemingly ordinary husband and father, was grappling with an inner turmoil that few knew about. Friends and family described him as a quiet man, often keeping to himself, but beneath the surface, he was struggling with deep-seated depression. This mental strain was exacerbated by financial pressures and the responsibilities of family life, which he found increasingly overwhelming. As the month progressed, John's actions took a dark and devastating turn. Anna, his pregnant wife, and their young daughter Gracie suddenly vanished. At first, John concocted a series of explanations to account for their absence. He told neighbors, friends, and even Anna's own family that she had left him for another man, taking Gracie with her. He maintained the story with a disturbing calmness, even sending messages from Anna's phone to support his claims. Behind the scenes, however, the reality was far more sinister. John had resorted to a chilling method to end the lives of his wife and child. The murder weapons were as unconventional as they were brutal. A spear gun for Anna, and later, tragically, for little Gracie too. These acts were not impulsive, but appeared to be the result of a calculated decision, carried out with a cold detachment. As days turned into weeks, the community's concern grew. The lack of direct contact from Anna, coupled with John's vague and inconsistent accounts, led to suspicion and unease. It wasn't long before the police were involved, and the investigation into Anna and Gracie's disappearance began in earnest. With Anna and Gracie missing, the fabric of lies began to unravel. The search for the truth would soon expose the grim reality behind John Sharpe's facade, revealing a tale of deceit deep enough to chill the bones of the Mornington community. As concern grew, the police began to peel back the layers of deception. With each passing day, the quiet streets of Mornington echoed with the urgency of the unfolding investigation into the disappearance of Anna Kemp and her daughter, Gracie. Detectives and forensic teams swarmed the Sharpe residence. Inside, the seemingly ordinary home held secrets that were anything but. The meticulous collection of evidence started with the basics: fingerprints, financial records, and personal communications. The home, once filled with laughter and love, was now a silent witness to an unspeakable tragedy. Community tips played a crucial role. Neighbors and friends came forward, their accounts painting a picture of the days leading up to the disappearances. Each piece of information added another layer of complexity, guiding the investigators through a maze of contradictions and half-truths laid out by John Sharpe himself. Forensic analysis turned crucial when investigators discovered anomalies in the backyard. Soil disturbances suggested recent activity that was out of place and alarming. As the digging commenced, the grim reality began to surface, hinting at the horrifying acts that had taken place. The breakthrough came when a forensic expert identified traces of blood in the boot of John's car. This piece of evidence was pivotal, directly contradicting John's claims of innocence and his fabricated stories of Anna leaving him for another man. The blood, matched to Anna through DNA technology, became a silent accuser from beyond the grave. As the layers of deception were stripped away, what emerged was a chilling clarity. John Sharpe had not only lied to the police, but had woven a web of deceit so intricate it had initially thrown investigators off the scent. But as every good detective knows, the truth has a way of surfacing, especially when science lends a hand. The truth, as it emerged, was more horrifying than anyone had anticipated. Confronted with overwhelming evidence, John Sharpe's facade finally crumbled. This was a man who had portrayed himself as a grieving husband and father, yet behind his mask of sorrow lay a chilling reality. It was in the stark, unforgiving light of the interrogation room that John Sharpe confessed to the unthinkable. He admitted to the premeditated murder of his pregnant wife Anna and their young daughter Gracie using a spear gun, an act so brutal it seemed more the stuff of nightmares than reality. As John recounted the events, the details were harrowing. In a calculated manner, he had planned the murders to ensure his freedom from familial responsibilities, which he felt were too burdensome. His confession revealed a disturbing calmness as he described how he carried out the killings on separate nights, later attempting to cover his tracks by disposing of the bodies and misleading the police with fabricated stories of his wife leaving him. The legal proceedings that followed were swift and resolute. The evidence, now irrefutable with John's own admissions, led to his prompt arrest and trial. The courtroom was heavy with the weight of his crimes as the prosecution laid bare the gruesome details before a captivated and horrified audience. John Sharpe was found guilty on 2 counts of murder and 1 count of unborn child destruction. The judge, in passing the sentence, condemned John's acts as utterly despicable and cowardly, sentencing him to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The sentencing, though a closure of the legal chapter, opened a deeper wound in the community of Mornington. The town mourned, grappling with the unsettling knowledge that such darkness had festered in the heart of their seemingly peaceful community. Discussions erupted around the need for better mental health support and preventive measures to safeguard against such tragedies in the future. With the gavel's fall, a semblance of justice was served, but the scars remained deep in the community's heart. In the wake of tragedy, a community finds strength in remembrance. Here in Mornington, the echoes of Anna and Gracie Sharpe resonate not just through the somber silence of memorial services, but in every supportive gesture and every tear shed in solidarity. These are the tales not of how they died, but of how they lived and how deeply they were loved. Anna, a beacon of maternal love, is remembered through annual walks and vigils where the community gathers, not only to mourn, but to celebrate the warmth and light she brought into their lives. Likewise, little Gracie, whose giggles once filled the air, is honored with a playground named in her memory, a place alive with laughter, reflecting what Gracie herself represented. Friends, family, and even strangers come together, laying flowers and sharing stories, weaving a tapestry of support that transcends the grief. The impact of their loss has led to increased awareness and conversations about family safety and mental health support in Mornington. Anna and Gracie's legacy is woven into the fabric of Mornington, a reminder of lives cherished and lost. From the ashes of tragedy, lessons must be learned. As we reflect on the harrowing events that unfolded in Mornington, it is imperative that we consider the broader implications of domestic violence and the crucial need for robust mental health support systems. This case starkly highlights the devastating impact of unchecked mental distress and the dire consequences of domestic violence. Community vigilance and strong support systems are not just necessary, they are life-saving. It is through such frameworks that potential signs of distress or danger can be identified and addressed before they escalate into tragedy. Education and awareness programs on domestic violence must be expanded, ensuring that every member of the community understands the signs and knows how to help those in need. Moreover, mental health resources should be accessible to all, providing a safety net for those like John, who might otherwise remain silent in their despair. By remembering Anna and Gracie, we pledge to protect the innocent and prevent such tragedies from repeating.